One of the most incredible performances we'll be talking about this season, Derrick Rose's incredible 50-point performance against the Jazz in a 128-125 victory on Halloween of 2018. Christmas presents for D-Rose fans came 2 months early. Hopefully we'll be getting more as the season goes on. How's it going, guys? My name's Wilson. There's been plenty of amazing individual performances in the first couple games of the season thus far, like Klay Thompson's record-setting 14 3-pointers, Steph Curry's incredible 51-point display against the Wizards. Even Blake Griffin scoring a career-best 50 points was extremely rare after all those injuries he's been able to overcome. But for Derrick Rose, this was more than just a career game, but a defining career moment filled with bumpy roller coaster rides, being able to experience the highest of the highs from the lowest of the lows. If there was one player who deserved to rejuvenate himself, it would absolutely be Derrick Rose. Drafted as the first overall pick by his hometown team, the Chicago Bulls, in the 2008 draft, the 6'3" phenom was the franchise player the team was desperately looking for, as Bulls fans haven't felt that excited about their team's future since the lasting days of Michael Jordan in '98. The hometown prodigy attended Simeon Career Academy, won 2 straight state titles, named Illinois Mr. Basketball, and was also named the decade's 3rd greatest high school point guard by ESPN Rise magazine, behind Chris Paul and TJ Ford. Had one of the most impressive NBA rookie seasons, putting up 16.8 points, 6.3 assists, easily won Rookie of the Year, scored 36 points in his playoff debut against the Celtics, tying Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's NBA record for points scored by a rookie in his postseason debut, made the All-Star game his 2nd season, the first Bull since Michael Jordan in '98 to do it, had a legendary 3rd season, becoming the youngest player in NBA history to win MVP at age 22, led the Bulls to a season-best 62 wins, doing so with Keith Bogans as the starting shooting guard, who averaged 4.4 points. Joakim Noah and Carlos Boozer missed a combined 57 games that season. There was absolutely no doubt Rose 100% deserved that MVP, putting up 25, 4, and 8. As one of the best players in the league in his early 20s, it seemed like his NBA career was right in front of him. Then, with just over a minute left in Game 1 of the first round against the Sixers in 2012, the game was already decided, a moment that would change Rose's career forever. Coming down without making contact with anyone, a devastating ACL injury he would never fully recover from. Remember, Derrick Rose was essentially Russell Westbrook before Russ. Before that injury, Rose led Chi-Town to the #1 seed in the East for 2 straight seasons, could have possibly even won a title with the Bulls if he stayed healthy. Came back in the 2013-14 season, played 10 games less than a month later just to have his season cut short, undergoing a torn meniscus on his right knee, had to undergo another round of surgery on that same knee, tearing his meniscus again the season after, missed a couple weeks, returned to the playoffs, was able to redeem himself a little bit by banking in the game-winning 3-pointer in Game 3 of the semis. His Bulls would fall to LeBron's Cavs in 6 games. After multiple serious knee injuries, many players would have retired by then, as Rose was looking like a shell of himself, dealt with minor ankle and hamstring injuries, played his last game with the Bulls on April 9, 2016, leaving his NBA career in question. From what was to be one of the most promising careers to becoming one of the saddest unfulfilled misfortunes in NBA history. A lot of Rose's game, from his explosiveness, shooting ability, and defense, have regressed after those injuries. Shown some flashes of brilliance with the Knicks, averaged 18 points in 64 games, had some oohs and ahs moments. But towards the end of the 2017 season, Rose tore the meniscus on his left knee, undergoing a 4th round of knee surgery in a 6-year span. At 28 years old, where he was supposed to be in the prime of his career, Rose was suddenly seeking for his next NBA destination. That's when the Cleveland Cavaliers signed him to a 1-year veterans minimum. After suffering through more injuries, Rose left the team to reevaluate his future in the NBA just a season ago. Frustrated and angry with how his body has betrayed him, Derrick Rose was contemplating retirement. If he was to walk away from the game then, he would have been leaving more than $80 million of Adidas endorsement money on the table. Rose only lasted 16 games with the Cavs, was acquired by the Utah Jazz in a 3-team trade deal. Just 2 days after, he was waived while his basketball career looked to be in serious jeopardy. His former coach Tom Thibodeau, perhaps most responsible for saving Rose's NBA career, gave him a chance, reuniting him with teammates Jimmy Butler and Taj Gibson. Played solid in the playoffs, averaged 14.2 points against Houston. Perhaps if it wasn't for Tibbs, Rose realistically might not be in the NBA right now. Signed another 1-year minimum this past offseason worth $2.1 million. Turns out to be one of the best deals any team can have when given the right opportunity. Looking to redeem himself as a backup point guard, Rose made his intentions clear as his goal was to win 6th Man of the Year, saying the key to it is patience. If I could tell my younger self one thing, it would be to have more of it. Now older and wiser, Derrick realized that sticking to the basics and helping the team in any way is just as productive. Most of you probably have forgotten, 8 months before Rose became the youngest player to ever win MVP, his prediction was absolutely on point.
What kind of expectations do you set for yourself individually going into year 3?
It's high. The way I look at it within myself, why not? Why can't I be the MVP of the league?
Rose began this season on a high note, scored 28 in the 3rd game against Dallas. With a little bit of great timing, Jimmy Butler was ruled out of Wednesday's game against the Jazz for precautionary rest, opening the door for Rose to break out having a career night. Before this performance, it seemed like Derrick Rose was going to be the only MVP winner to not make the Hall of Fame, but if he continues to put in the work and be a huge game changer now at the latter part of his career, anything is possible. Never losing faith in himself, Rose balled out, giving us all NBA fans a fantastic treat on Halloween night, turning back the clock like it was 2011, with an epic performance, scoring a career-best 50 points on 19 of 31 shooting, took the game over down the stretch, scoring timely buckets, a sweet revenge against the team who released him just 8 months before, ended the game with a timely block on a potential game-tying 3 by Dante Exum in the final seconds as the Wolves escaped with a 3-point victory. An emotional Rose shredded tears of joy as his teammates saluted him right after the game. His post-game interview, all I can say is respect.
I worked my ass off, bro. I wouldn't have did this for the franchise, the organization, the fans, everybody, man. I wouldn't be able to play the way I play, man.
The team celebrated in the locker room like they just won a championship. As an NBA fan, you gotta love how Derrick Rose is able to bounce back, keep fighting, ignored all the haters, no matter how difficult the pain he had to endure, missing hundreds of games in his prime years, through all the surgeries, frustration, anger, and uncertainty. His performance just shows you what you can truly accomplish, even when things seem to be out of reach. Overcoming adversity at the highest levels is absolutely remarkable what he's been able to accomplish. As gutsy as a performance as there is, maybe it's the old throwback Timberwolves jersey that did the magic. Derrick Rose deserves every bit of gratitude as players around the league pay their respect, understanding what a true competitor he is. It's a great night for the NBA when many players around the league show their support, knowing all the difficult obstacles he's fought through. As his basketball career continues, we all know the 2011 Derrick Rose days are behind us, but by bouncing back, fighting through pain to continue to chase your dream, doing what you truly love are some of the greatest qualities in achieving excellence. No matter what happens for the rest of Derrick Rose's career, I'm sure he still has lots to prove, as his 50-point performance is an inspiration to us all. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you all feel inspired by Derrick Rose's performance on Halloween night. I sure am. What are some of your favorite D-Rose memories? Let me know in the comments below. I talk NBA comparisons, amazing storylines, NBA history, and anything basketball that will interest you. If you love the NBA, subscribe to my channel. More great stuff coming soon. See you next time.